morning, everyone. This is Ashish Bagrecha, co-founder of Dreamr App. Welcome to our audio chat today.
What's up, everybody? Chris Adams here, co-founder of Dreamr. I'm just figuring out how to mute everybody to just kind of keep it organized, and we will start fielding some questions here in 1 second. Ashish, if you want to just kind of say what's up, and I know you weren't particularly feeling well, buddy, so feel free to do that, and let me get this organized real quick.
Hey, thank you for joining, everyone. I'm down with COVID right now, so not really feeling well. But I hope you guys have a great time. Whatever your questions are, Charlie and Chris would answer them, and I really hope to speak with you guys soon.
Thank you, brother. I hope you feel better. Get some
Thank
rest.
you.
All right. Let's start this off. I got a question for Charlie Rocket. How do you maintain the balance between Ratchet and woke?
Oh, that's a good question. Hit that volume. All right, so I posted something on my Instagram the other day where I was like, "Namaste. The ratchet in me sees the ratchet in you," and I was actually kind of inspired by it because I was on this little island. There was this like yoga session happening, but I wasn't in the yoga session. I was in it, but I was just writing in my notebook while everybody else was doing yoga. And I looked down at what I was writing, and I was like writing in a way that wasn't woke. Like a lot of times when we change who we are, when we go into like, oh, I'm gonna manifest and I'm gonna say all these words like consciousness and manifestation and like all these hippie words. But then I'm like, you know what? The most woke I could be is like my inner child fun. Like there's nothing more woke than when somebody taps into that inner child. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody is free and they're not putting on any mask or like changing who they are, and who I am is unapologetically me. And I think when a person is manifesting, but they're manifesting in a way that seems fun and not some like hippie, like do whatever you are. Like if you are a hippie, like be that. If you are, ratchet, like be that. But it's all good. Everybody's right, but just be who you are. So ratchet, I'm from Atlanta, and like that's just in me. Like we're fun. Like I manage artists that made like a lot of club music, and with everything I've seen in this world, the more fun somebody's having in their mind, that carefree, the more woke they are.
Love that. I love that. Great answer. So if it's true to who you are, then Ratchet can be woke.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Love it. All right. Next question. We have, what is the utility of the DMR token, and what problem will it solve within the crypto ecosystem? So I'm gonna field this one. But the DMR token is it is a crypto, so it is an ERC20 Ethereum token, and its purpose is for platform governance. So we're doing something as a social platform that's really first of its kind, in that we really want to give our community a big say so in where the platform grows and develops from here. So we are introducing a governance mechanism where if we want to make any changes to our proposed roadmap, to our privacy policy, how we handle user data, our terms of service, then that needs to be put up to a community proposal and voted on. And so with the DMR token, we're also giving a large portion of those to the Dreamr community through the rewards program, which is happening through the Dream Machine Foundation. So It's really our way of saying, hey, like we want to collaboratively build this platform, and we are, actively looking to build a solution that makes it just much more practical to pursue our biggest dreams. And we know the best way to do that is to have y'all involved. So that is the purpose of the Dreamr token. And I would say just the problem that it solves is, you know, other platforms can just kind of do whatever they want and kind of force us to accept it. And this will be different. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Thank you for that question.
First of all, I don't want to just glaze over that. Like that's just like normal. Like this man, listen, everybody. This man, Chris Adams, aka Mr. Abundance. Chris is like a visionary, and he's a visionary for the people. Like he's handing over the governance of what will be one of the biggest social media platforms in the world. He's handing over the governance to the users. And the other day he hit me up and he was like, we're giving away over $2 million worth of tokens to our early users. I'm like, bro, you're just gonna give away $2 million like that? He said, yeah, like this is it. Like this is what nobody else is willing to do. And I just want y'all to know that Chris is a genius, and it's an honor to be working with him as a business partner, as a friend inside Dreamr, and being able to build this movement for the world. And when I say for the world, it's not for the world to watch the movement, it's for the world to have a movement, because these are for the people. Like the ecosystem that we're building is going to empower each person to not just be a part of something, but to feel like they own it and be able to decide where it goes. And it'll always keep the integrity. So shout out to you, Chris.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for real. Thank you. Wow. So I'm speechless. Thank you. I will just now. I'm definitely moving on to the next question. All right. Let's see. So, okay, Charlie. This one's directed to you. Charlie, what is the one thing that always jumpstarts your motivation when you're feeling down or unmotivated? And follow up to that, how do you deal with judgment from others?
All right, so two good questions. The thing that jumpstarts my motivation, honestly, is is being bored. Like when I'm down, I get depressed. I sleep a lot when I'm depressed, and when I'm when I'm well rested, I notice that my imagination turns on. Your imagination can turn on in two different ways, though. It could turn on in a really bad way, and it could turn on in a good way. You could imagine really bad things, or you could imagine good things. So the most important thing is to be able to check yourself. But all of us have the ability, just like all of us were kids one time and can make up worlds with our imaginations. We forget about that when we're grown. So the best thing that I do is I'll like sit on the floor with my notebook and start imagining the future, what I deserve. I start like thinking about the things like I really deserve in life. And I try to position every single thing that is bad that's happening as like, oh, this is happening for me. This is a winning streak. So when I get in that gratitude frequency, that winning streak frequency, I start seeing doors that I never saw before. And when I walk through those doors in my mind, I see all these possibilities. And then all of a sudden, I start vibrating different. All of a sudden, my heart gets activated instead of only my mind. See, the mind will think of all those bad things, but the heart, it starts feeling the future. And so I go in, like I'll go into my dreams, I'll go into the future, I'll go inside. And somebody told me one time, they were like, Charlie, like how do you find the answers when you feel so depressed? And I was like, well, you need to go into the darkness, because the answers are in the darkness. In the darkness, like there's a lot of darkness inside each and every one of us. It was like, so when you meditate, you got to go into that darkness. And then they said, well, how long do you stay there? I said, you stay there until you can see. Just like if you go in a dark room, eventually your eyes will adjust. And it's the same thing when you go inside yourself and you go into that darkness. If you just stay there long enough, you'll be able to start seeing answers. So so that's the first part of the question. Um, how do I get motivated? And then what was the second one? The second
How
part?
do you deal with the judgment of others?
I don't deal with the judgment of others. I have trained myself and the people around me to leave me alone. I leave myself alone and I train other people to leave me alone because I believe in something so big. If you come at something with any doubt, it gives people oxygen to breathe. I'm not going to let somebody have oxygen. I'm going to soak all the oxygen up by believing in this so much that if I have an idea, I'm going to speak about it so confidently. And I'll be like, oh, I'm going to be the biggest in the world. Like somebody would feel very insecure trying to talk me off of that ledge because they're like, either he's crazy or he knows something I don't know. So let me just not say anything. So I'm wrong. Every entrepreneur, every dreamer is wrong all the time. But if I make a mistake or if I haven't figured something out yet, I'm still delusionally optimistic. I'm just like, oh, it didn't work. Well, this next idea is about to be the biggest ever. Like every day is the biggest ever. And that keeps people from judging me. And it keeps me believing in myself. And it actually makes other people believe in me too. And then everybody who tries enough ends up being right. So after a while, people are just like, oh, he's gonna figure it out. So I'm not gonna have an opinion. He's gonna figure it out.
Yep, I love that. Um, Also, just to kind of follow on with that, like just who you hang around, it's really like if there's somebody around that is judging you to the point where it feels negative and it's not, because there's, obviously welcome, learn how to take feedback is one thing. Not everything's a judgment. Um, but yeah, if there's people around like that, X them out if possible ASAP, because you want to have an environment that really cultivates your aspirations and your dreams and your goals. And people like that are not typically, they're just not going to be part of that environment. So this,
I do want to add something to that. I do want to add something to that. So like it's good to have people around you that will like keep it real with you. And it's not good to have yes men. But how I approach things, if I'm talking to a dreamer and if they have some crazy idea and I know it's not gonna work, I'm not gonna tell them. The only way I keep it real with somebody is if their morals are out of line, not if their ideas are out of line. Like a dreamer is supposed to be given room to make mistakes because if they have an idea and I'm just like, there's an easier way. No, let them go that way. Don't talk them off of that because that mistake is going to bless their life. Like I remember when I was in middle school and I rolled out this clothing line. And I was like, my marketing strategy was go to an Atlanta Braves game and hold up a sign. So maybe the, camera. In my mind, that was going to sell shirts. Now that I know that doesn't work, but if there was some young middle school kid and that was their marketing plan, I'll be like, go do that. Even though I know it's not going to sell any shirts, like go do that. You might stumble upon something crazy, or you might run into somebody who's inspired by you. I know it's not going to sell a shirt. I know there's better marketing ideas than that, but allow somebody to go down that path because they just climb the ladder to where they become a marketing expert. So I only keep it real with people if their morals are out of line, but I never keep it real with people if their ideas aren't good. I'll just be like, nah, go do that because I believe in you.
well, I mean, what's crazy to me is you're saying that as a proven marketing genius. Like you've done it so many times. So that is keeping that is keeping it real. Like that is I would say anyone else, like if they were to offer different advice, if they don't have your same qualifications, don't listen to them. right? It's really that. Yeah, don't even listen to people who haven't done whatever it is you want to do. Um, so before we get down that rabbit hole, let's go to the next question because I just stumbled across this question and I really like it. So Charlie, let's both take a crack at this one, but you go first. Um, what does a world where we are all collectively dreaming and manifesting our quantum possibilities simultaneously look like? I often think how a collective shift in consciousness of this kind could literally create a utopia. Thank you for the work you do. You've inspired me.
All right, so this is what I see. Because I know how I am when I'm dreaming. When I'm dreaming, I'm so positive for myself and to my friends and to other people. So the little world that is created around me becomes positive. And then when you're dreaming, you see the world based upon your frequency. So you all of a sudden stop seeing bad and you see good. You see if somebody's making a mistake, you're just like, oh, like they just don't know any better. They'll be all right. You see the beauty in people. Now, when you have a lot of people vibrating like this, I mean, you got people trying to lift up others. You see their social media changing. You see what they're talking about changing. You see how they treat people, and everybody starts seeing that. Like dreamers come together, where like there's no greed in dream because everybody is like they know there's enough for everybody. It's a real abundance frequency instead of a scarcity frequency. Um, so the world changes so much when somebody wakes up in the morning and instead of tapping into the news or into like negativity, um, they're tapping into their notebooks. And then we're creating a culture of giving to where we're showing people the secret of achieving a dream, and one of the biggest secrets is giving and helping other people as well, and lifting other people up. So I know with somebody like me, I'm just one person on this world, and I've created a little shift and a movement, and I'm surrounded by people who are creating shifts and movements, and that spreads because what I see is dreamers are the new rock stars. Like you don't have to be like an outcast. Like we're from the entertainment business. We're from the technology business. We're like creating film and creating TV shows and creating movements and tours and like we're dreamers. So I see the world changing in a major way, and I'm excited to be at the forefront of it. And I'm excited to actually hear what Chris has to say. To be honest.
Awesome, awesome answer. And so this one struck a chord in me for sure. Because when I think about technology at scale and what a movement like this can do when we're all connected, like so not even just on the same frequency but really connected to where a certain idea can gain traction and we can support it and bring it to the top. And so when I think about that at the scale of current social networks, Facebook's got like 2 billion people now or something. um then that gets really exciting to me because the possibilities become endless. And the part of this question where they're like, I could see that being a utopia, I really see that because when I think about a utopia, there's various problems like globally that we need to solve, right? Like climate change, what's happening with the ocean, and I believe in people, and I believe in just the limitless potential of dreams. So I really think that some of these, like I think a high school kid has the answers to these things, like to the ocean problem, to climate change. But in our current system, the likelihood of their ideas being supported and nurtured to the point where it can scale to actually solve that problem. I'm familiar with the roadblocks in that process. We all are, right? But if we have a platform like Dreamr at scale, that idea could get the momentum that it needs quickly, the funding that it needs quickly, the help and connections that it needs quickly to actually happen. And if we have those kind of capabilities, then I think we can create a utopia. And so that's I think that's the power of dreams to me. You know.
All right, I want to add to that real quick. So like, I believe each and every one of us was born with a dream, a purpose, and a life path. That is our truth. And this world takes us away from that because of their it's just the words being realistic or logical, and like following a path that like somebody else sets for you, and then we make a decision and we get off of our true path because there is this it is hard because you need money and you need these things to survive. But when you have an ecosystem that helps people get to their truth, you save somebody's life. And when you save somebody's life, it's powerful. But when you save hundreds of millions of people's lives, getting hundreds of millions of people back to their truth, this is what can save our planet. Because you got to think, people's dreams are never like negative things. Like people's dreams, like their true dreams that they were given, were always like something that makes them really happy. And when somebody's really happy, the world changes and the people around them change and everything changes. So it's like, really, like, if I think about this planet, we've been civilized on this planet for what, 10,000 years? Like civilizations.
This time around, yeah.
So it's like, that's a very short period of time, but we destroy so much. There's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of war, there's a lot of this. People don't think about hatred when they're in their dream.
Mm-hmm.
People, I don't have time to think about who I'm trying to kill when I'm in my dream, living it, achieving it. I'm happy all day. So if somebody comes to me with some hatred, like it just deflects off me like I'm Teflon. So imagine when you put hundreds of millions of people or billions of people back on their life path that they forgot about. That's how you change the world. You change the world through getting people back to their dream.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Okay, let me find another question. I was caught up listening to your answer. I didn't even look at the next question. Okay. So one question I want to answer for clarity. So who will be able to purchase DMR tokens? So just to make that clear, we do have a private round going right now outside the U.S., but other than that, these tokens won't be for sale, so to speak. We've partnered with Dell Chain out of Deltec Bank in the Bahamas, who's been a great technology partner for us, blockchain partner for us, and we are working with them to secure listings on big non-U.S. exchanges. So tokens outside the U.S. Then after we list on a big non-U.S. exchange, we will list on DeFi exchanges as well. So Uniswap, PancakeSwap, all those are in the works. All right, here's another token question I'm excited to answer. So, how do you plan to use Dreamr tokens in the future? So they're being utilized one way right now, which is we are rewarding them to people who are using the app. So if you're in the app, declaring your dreams, making new connections, using it, putting your attention on your dreams every day, we're rewarding you with tokens. We really want to put the DMR token into the hands of the people who are really finding value in the app and using it the most. So then, as I already spoke about, we will activate governance here in the future. We're going to do that once I believe 15% of the community supply is distributed, and once it's listed on the DeFi platforms I was just speaking about, we will also open up liquidity rewards. So we'll have various ways to use the token to create value for the community, and then holding your tokens is really going to be the best incentive because we're going to unlock certain features in the platform for you that we're calling Dreamr Plus. So the only way to get that is to either earn it or otherwise get tokens, but that'll be just some extra leverage for the people we know who are power users in there. Another use case in the future will be crowdfunding. The We're going to establish a fund called the Change Fund once we launch our financial tools. So the way that's going to work is we're going to have the lowest fees in the market, but we'll have a 1% pay it forward fee that goes into a community fund called the Change Fund. And with that fund, we are going to establish a review board with the foundation and also interweave the token in selecting crowdfund projects for this fund to contribute to and fill out. And when we do that, it will also, get the foundation involved, helping that dream come true, storytelling around that, and really hyping it up. So that's something I'm really excited to activate as soon as we launch crowdfunding, which is expected in a few months from now. We will activate that fund and of course kickstart it as well with a donation. But that's going to build over time, and that's by the community for the community. So that's something um, that the Dreamr token will again be involved with. But you'll see. You can definitely check out the white paper. We outline a few different ways, but it's something that is really designed to create value for the community and involve the community. So we're gonna just continually think of ways to add value with that layer of our technology. All right, Charlie, this one's for you. What is the next stage for the Dream Machine tour? You've mentioned having other representatives heading up different legs. When will you be putting that into action?
All right, so I have a big vision for the Dream Machine tour. It's going to kick off September 6th in LA with a Dream Festival, and we're going to be bringing in artists. The Dream Festival is going to be free, first of all, but there's going to be manifestation ceremonies. It's going to be a regenerative festival. Who knows how big this thing scales over the years? I mean, it might take a few years, but this thing might be like Coachella. And every single year, the Dream Festival kicks off the tour. And then there's a Dream Festival that's going to end the tour each year on December 31st in Miami. And I believe that's going to be like the most powerful manifestation day of the year, instead of like a degenerative day of like just getting drunk, people starting their New Year's on a bad start. We're going to be starting our New Year's off with dreamers, and like imagine like a J. Cole performing and like him talking about dreams from stage, and people like Russ and just all the dreamers of the world. Janae doing a sound healing sound bath for the audience, and Miguel doing a meditation. Like all these things are currently happening in each of these artists' own worlds, but it's going to be time to bring them together. These artists are dreamers. We're going to have amazing speakers, just amazing energy. But that's how the tour starts and how the tour ends each year. And I mean, we're really excited because now we're building out our media to where we're able to reach hundreds of millions of people now with this dream concept, because we're changing the paradigm of asking somebody, "What's your name? What do you do?" to now, "What's your name? What's your dream?" And we're getting people to talk about their dreams, and we're changing people's lives, and we're bringing a movement of like giving, and we want to bring, hundreds of thousands or millions of people with us as we go across this country and like spread this message, connect dreamers together, give bigger. Like I want to, like this past year we gave away almost $1 million. Like I want to give away $100 million. Like I want to be giving away $10 million a month. Like we're buying houses, cars, like funding people's businesses, their startups. If somebody has a dream, like we want to do whatever it takes to get that out there. So we've got 3 television show concepts that we're developing right now. We've got a documentary we want to take to Netflix. We've got the tour launching. We've got the Dreamer House launch. We're going to launch Dreamer Houses all over the country. We already have 2 Dreamer Labs. So the Dreamer ecosystem is building. And honestly, like we haven't even gotten started yet. Like we have the visions and it's mapped out so clearly. And now we're doubling our team, we're growing, we're fundraising. And so, what's going to manifest over the next 12 months? Honestly, I can't even tell you what's going to happen because it's going to be so much faster than what we anticipated because we fought through all the pain points of getting to this point. Getting this thing off the ground is one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life because nobody's ever done it before. It's easier to do things when there's a road laid down by somebody else, but what we're creating has never been done. And so, where this thing is going to be one of the biggest movements ever created in the history of the world, where we align people back with their dreams. It's a given movement, it's an entertainment movement, it's a technology movement, and it's powered for the people, by the people, and it's all about love, giving, dreams, and guess what, guys? Winning. I just want to see everybody win. When somebody's winning, they're happy. So we want everybody on a winning streak.
I love it. And that's like we can all win. I really think there's this narrative that like to win somebody else got to lose.
Nope.
That's just not true.
Nope.
It's not true. I'm fortunate at this stage of my life to be surrounded by people who are winning, and guess what? We all add to each other. It's really just all about the mindset and approach and perspective of the people around you, and I think that's going to become just really prevalent, you know, in the coming years, and why I think a platform like Dreamer, where you can be vulnerable, express your dream that maybe you can't tell to the people around you, and really find that tribe of people who are down to support you and want to see you win. Um, that simple thing, I know when I was 17, 18, that would have changed my life. So I'm very much hoping this can be that, and I think it is. We get the emails of the connections that are happening on Dreamer, and I'm just excited, and I'm excited to keep building and just yeah, man, we have an amazing community. Shout out to everybody here too. Thank you for showing up for this. Okay, let's do a motivational question. Charlie, what do you say for the people who have a goal but don't know where to start or how to get there?
All right, so I'll take you back in time. Instead of giving you advice, I'll tell you a story. Um, so I had a goal of being in the music industry. Um, and the very first thing I did, and it was a very profound day, was I went to an open mic in Atlanta. I got my camera and I figured, okay, I'm gonna provide value. And I went to this open mic. It was at Club Vinyl on Spring Street in Atlanta. I just started filming the artists. I'd go home that night and edit the videos that night. and I would send them to those artists, and they liked it because, I mean, somebody made a video about them in real time. They're excited, and so I found that to be my formula. And just going outside where the possibilities are, because the possibilities weren't in my bedroom. I was living at my mom's house at the time, but I went outside and I did something bold, somewhere I've never been before. I was nervous as hell, but ended up I was respected. I would keep going back to that open mic. And by my fifth or sixth time of going, like, people knew me and they're like, Charlie, Charlie. And I'm like walking around like I'm the man. When I'm just like a cameraman at the open mic. And the open mic's not even a big deal, but to me it was a big deal. And then out of that, like, I met one person and introduced me to another person. And the next thing you know, I had a little movement going. Next thing you know, I get a call from Interscope Records, who had just signed Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy was like, I want you to be my cameraman. And then from that, I got fired. And then I wanted to start over, but as a manager instead of a cameraman. So then I signed a group, and then I got fired. Then I signed another group. But like, it started with me going outside and providing somebody some value. Like, I had to get in the swimming pool. Like, I just had to jump in, um, and I had to be of service, to somebody else. And I didn't beat myself up on, day 20 that I wasn't a music mogul yet. I didn't beat myself up on year 2 that I wasn't a music mogul yet. I knew it was a ladder I had to climb. And I said, you know what? If this is what I'm supposed to do, like, as long as I'm moving in the right direction and I'm growing, I'm happy. I will be a music mogul.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, that I remember when I first heard the concept of like, provide the other person value first. It like shook my world. And then there's like the question of like, how do you even do that? And it was like, I don't know. I think it might have been like Gary Vee or something, but it was like, this had to be like 8 years ago. I don't know, long time. But it was I had just never thought about it like that. But it's the simplest way, because people appreciate when you do that, and if you do it from a place of not expecting anything in return, it just just a magic formula that works, and it's like, um just taking that first step, no matter what it is. It could be a mistake, it could be the lead nowhere, but you took a step, and then the next step becomes apparent. And as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, those opportunities, that momentum will build, and it'll unfold. But you got to move.
Mm-hmm. And I want to add this too. So, like, a lot of motivational speakers will like say this, like, quote, it's like, do what you love and you'll never work another job. And I think that is so dangerous to tell somebody, um because, like, there was a point in my life where I sold vacuum cleaners. Was that what I loved? No, but I needed to do it. Being a cameraman, was that what I loved? No, but it was the path to me to get in the door, to climb the ladder. Like, people love the top of the ladder, but you can't just get there like instantly. So you gotta fall in love with the stuff you don't love and just know, like, no, this is part of the process. So, like, if you're doing something that you don't love, don't think it's bad. You just gotta be moving in the right direction. If you're working a sales job or MLM job, yes, it's not your dream, but think about the lessons you're learning from it. And that's a gift. Like, me being a cameraman was a gift. Me selling vacuums was a gift. Me being a manager was a gift. Now, at 33 years old, I love what I do. I found my purpose, but I did 20 other things before this. But what if I listened to that advice? Do what you love and you'll never work again. I would have never done any of those things. They gave me the tools in my tool belt. So it's not that, like, if you don't love what you do, it's like, just don't stay stagnant. Use this to build the next thing. Like, if you have a job that you hate, pull out a piece of paper, take notes of the things you've learned, things you like. Okay, I don't like the way my manager treats me. Okay, let me make a list of all these things of what not to do when I have employees. So now you're learning something from your job instead of waking up every day and being like, I hate this. And then, you know what? Get on the internet, start looking for other opportunities to get out of it. Extrapolate what you need and move on to the next thing. And it might not be the thing that you were meant for, like your purpose in life yet, but you can apply the things you learn. But just be progressive, be optimistic, and don't think what you're doing is wrong. Because where you're at, you're supposed to be at. You're right where you should be, but that doesn't mean you stay there forever until you do find that thing that you're meant for. It took me, 29 years to find the thing I was meant for, and that went through a lot of experimentation. So, with that being said, take where you're at in life and use it to move on to another thing. Just don't stay stagnant, and eventually you'll find the thing that you're meant for. Did I know I was going to be a motivational speaker? Hell no. I was antisocial, introverted, afraid to talk in public, afraid to talk in front of the classroom. Like, but I finally found what I was called to do. So, and it was by accident.
I love that. Fuego. Um, right, so there's something I want to add to that because it's if you have your dream, right, you may be nowhere near what the actual dream is. Working that job, whatever. But if you put your dream out there and you have it as that end goal on the GPS, then that can help kind of put everything in the perspective that you're talking about. Okay, this is just a part of my journey to there. So I'm gonna learn everything I can. I'm gonna use all these things to my advantage, and but then you're in that mindset. Then you're like, hey, this is all working for me to get me to my dream. And then watch. We have a relationship with life. So watch is when you're looking at it like that, when it really just starts to be like that. You start to see how every little thing is advancing you and preparing you. And that's the magic of dreams. And that's why I believe in it so much. Okay, here's an interesting one that I don't have an answer for right now. So we're gonna do this very on the fly. So what can we being the Dreamer community, everyone who's with us and supporting us on this, collectively do to make the biggest impact on the world?
Mm. First thing you could do is it's a small step. First thing you could do is really chase your dream. Like put your dream, declare your dream, connect with somebody who has a similar dream. If we can get you and your dream to flourish by connecting with other dreamers and y'all team up together, then a positive impact can happen for the world. And that's the foundation. The foundation is you actually moving towards your dream and having your dream come true. That changes the world just by itself. But outside of that, like I love giving personally. Like it's what it's just one is fun. Two is like what the world needs. Um But I say give. Like when you give, you receive blessings. And when you receive blessings and you start giving blessings, you start receiving even more blessings. And you just like everything in your life changes when you give. And when I say give, it could be buy a coffee for somebody. It could just be the simplest thing. Go get some bananas from the grocery store, give it to a homeless guy or girl. And it's just like have a conversation, listen to somebody, like allow somebody to feel heard, listen to somebody's dream, buy somebody a book, listen to their dream, and then go buy them a book and then give it to them. Like something simple like that just changes somebody's life. But that's really the foundation of what we should do. I want your dream to come true first and foremost. So don't waste that dream. that will make you happy, that will make you a giver, that will put you in alignment. The world will change if you chase your dream. So I want you to connect with other dreamers. I want y'all to talk. I want you to water those dreams daily. I want y'all to collaborate. I want you to keep that dream alive. And then I want you to give to other people and reach your hand back and get them on the path as well. And sometimes it's just keeping it real with somebody. Like you might see somebody doing something, and you just like have like a real conversation with them and you're like, yo, like I really think you should like chase your dream. I know you have potential. So it's like those conversations are rare. But the more we get to talking about our dreams and getting other people to talk about their dreams, the faster this speeds up.
Perfect. Nothing to add. Those are the perfect 2 steps. Declare your dream and give. Yeah. I mean, well, that's like the hack, right? Help somebody else's dream come true. I love Dream Connect for that reason. I'll swipe through, see people's dreams, and like I've done it for a couple people. If I have a connection or something, I'll just connect them. Like it could be something simple like that that could change someone's whole trajectory. You never really know who you know until you're looking at somebody else being like, I want to start you know, a ice cream shop downtown, and be like, really, like I have a family friend that just happens to own three. Like that type of thing. Like, is really why we just need to be having the conversation around our dreams because you just never know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna close this out with like call it 10 minutes of freestyle questions. So in the Telegram chat, raise your hand if you have a question, and then while people are doing that, I'm gonna just answer a couple of these real quick. Okay, so this person has a token question. It said, "Are you planning to get audited with Certic? If so, when would they do it?" Yes. So Certic, however you want to pronounce that company. Yes, we have advisors that come from there. Very top of just the standard really for token audits, blockchain audits, security testing. So they're auditing our token contracts as we speak, because we're in the process of building out this Telegram channel and getting listed. So that's happening right now. Finally, have we thought about expanding the platform to decentralized exchanges? And I kind of touched on that earlier, but the answer is yes. I definitely believe in DeFi and the potential that has to, really just give access to financial products to people who've been, traditionally and historically shut out of those systems and those markets. We plan to build some things in the DeFi space in partnership with Deltech or Delchain, excuse me. So yeah, definitely that. And another one is, does the Dreamr platform work for people who are in Africa? The answer to that is yes. The Dreamr platform is global, and anywhere we're not, we are actively, working to get there. So. J.R. Lee, what's up, my man?
How you doing, man? How you doing? I just wanted to say, while I'm here, I just want to first, shout out Chris, Ashish, Charlie, the entire Dreamr team. You guys are amazing. I'm always gonna talk about how you guys saved my life. You guys changed the trajectory of my life forever. One of the questions that I wanted to ask is, there a dream that you guys may have had when you guys were younger? Maybe like when you're younger, Chris, or younger Charlie, that you guys haven't really fulfilled yet, but you guys still want to fulfill? And what is that dream, and what's something that you could do to kind of like, make that dream happen for yourself today?
Man, I definitely got a dream that hasn't been fulfilled, and I haven't figured out how to do it yet. because it's like a selfish dream. It's like I've always wanted to be like a basketball, like I've always wanted to be an athlete, first of all, and I've been able to do that on the highest level of like Nike commercials and magazines, cover of magazines. But basketball was always my love, but I haven't figured out how to do a mission like how I'm being called to do. Like God like wants me to be on this mission of getting people closer to their dreams and saving their lives and teaching people how to dream. But I also know that there's something waiting on me. And I don't know. It's just like one of those things. Like I can't help that I love basketball. Like it's so selfish. But one day I'm gonna figure that one out. I know it sounds crazy. It's not the most inspiring thing ever, but it's true. It's so I'm gonna figure it out one day, but I haven't figured it out yet because I'm being called on this mission.
Thank you.
Nice, nice. So I have one that I haven't, like, I guess that I haven't quite fulfilled. Used to have a dream of winning the World Series of Poker. That was definitely a goal, at one time. Like, uh, I don't know. I guess something I could do now is, go play in the big tournament. But I used to be like really passionate about poker. Now it's not, like, I don't really have fun when I play it. But like something about that big tournament, the odds of it, that's it's been in my backyard forever. Like one day I want to win that one. Uh, okay, next question. I'm gonna need my man Khalil. Go. What's up, brother?
Yo, Chris, Charlie, what up? What up, everybody? What's up, fam? So, thank you for everything that you put together. And Charlie, you're already doing it. You can create a team if you want to live the dream. You're already done that. You want to play ball? We can do a league across everywhere. Just saying. But I have a question. How can people in the community move as one to make more happen in real time for one another?
All right, so what people could do first is connection. Really like connecting with other dreamers and providing value to them, talking to them, just like talking about dreams. That's the very first thing. Like utilizing the app to connect with dreamers. And future versions of this app are going to make it like a lot easier, where like the content is able to be like social media. Like you'll be able to report on your dream, you'll be able to share the process of your dream daily and really be able to connect and watch other people's. So all those features are coming, but right now it's 100% possible. Like listen to people's dreams, connect with other dreamers, like even like like there's people you're around in your life right now that you could bring into the ecosystem. And for us to connect with people on the Telegram, like grow it. Like there's going to be somebody who's on this right now who is like going to become a leader within Dreamr. There's going to be somebody who takes charge and creates a local link up in their city. Next thing you know, it's at 2,000 people in a hotel ballroom, and like you're like leading like a chapter that you just created because you understand the principles and the philosophies of dreaming and connecting dreamers together. But it's like people need to be proactive. Like Chris was proactive 8 years ago when he started this. I've been proactive when I sold my house to go teach people about dreams and to tour across the country to help people. Don't look at us as the leaders. You are the leader. You can create. You can go ahead and start connecting people now. There doesn't even need to be an infrastructure technology-wise for that to happen. Martin Luther King did it without one social media platform or computer. It is possible to do it analog style. I'm analog when I'm driving that bus around this country. You're analog when you walk outside of your house right now. But connecting people together that have the same vision, the same dream, comes from somebody being proactive and not relying on anybody else. So I want you to take it in your own hands to continue this mission. Because if you can get people connected, if you could talk to people about their dreams, and it could start with 2 people at a coffee shop, then it spreads. But that's what I challenge each and every person on here to do. If this is what you're called to and you want a community of dreamers, don't wait for the community to come to you. Create the community. You're here. You were created to create. We are more powerful than we even realize. So go ahead and get started.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bless up. Thank you. Give blessings, receive blessings. That's what it's about. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Thank you for your question. All right. Let's see. All right, my man, I just allowed you to speak. I'm not going to try to pronounce your names. I know I'm going to mess it up. But go ahead, brother. What's your question?
Hey Charlie, I'm from India. My question is for you. Can you tell me about a difficult work situation and how you overcome it? Hello. Hey Charlie, can you tell me about a difficult work situation and how you overcome it?
All right, so when I come across a difficult situation, I go through a little process of first being like, oh shit, I guess it's gonna be hard. And then I'm like, all right, how do I in my mind make it easy? And if I order from God in the universe for it to be easy, I'm gonna get easy. If I order, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna find a way for it to be hard. So I don't know how it exactly works scientifically or like psychologically or like quantumly. But when I say, oh, it's going to be easy to be a Nike athlete, like something magical happens. Like I take every single hard situation and I disarm it. I literally disarm it by saying, oh, this is going to be easy. And even when it is hard, I'm still like, yo, this is going to be easy. And I just literally, I don't know if I brainwash myself, but when I think something's easy, I actually show up to do it and try and experiment. Where if I think something's hard, I might get paralyzed by it and not even try. You know what I'm saying? So I literally try to brainwash myself and be like, oh, it's going to be easy. Oh, it's going to be easy. Like I try to tune to the easy frequency. So when I experience something hard, I treat it no different than when I was 3 years old and my parents were trying to teach me how to tie my shoes. And if you think about it as a 3-year-old, that's a very complicated process. Like I'm talking about like there's all these loops and then this and then pull through. Like I remember I cried. I remember I was in the backseat of the car. I was trying to figure out how to do it. I cried. But then once I got it, I say, if you were to ask me today, is tying your shoe hard or easy? I'd be like, it's easy. But at one point it was hard. So why not just go ahead and say it's going to be easy? Just like multiplication was hard at one point. Now I know what 2 times 3 is. At one point, that was a very complicated thing. So it was hard, but now it's easy. So why not with everything in life, just go ahead and say at the beginning, oh, it's going to be easy.
Perspective.
That's it.
Perspective.
Hello Charlie, can you please help me out? My mom is suffering COVID positive and she is admitted in a hospital and she is suffering a lot, but I don't have money to pay. Would you please help? Hello.
Hey, brother, please, yeah. So I'm gonna drop an email in the chat. Send the details to that email. All right. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, this is gonna be last one from Scott. I saw Donald. Where I was gonna have it be Donald, but he wasn't there. He left. All right, Scott. What's up, my man? What's your question? Scott, you there? All right. Hold up. Donald's back. Okay, Donald came back. Donald, what's your question, bro? This is gonna be last question, guys. We've been going an hour now. So Donald, we're gonna wrap it with you. What's your question, brother?
All right, man. My question's for Charlie. I sent this question in last night, but Charlie was speaking earlier, and it kind of made me add two parts to it. My mom passed away like 2 weeks ago, and I've been struggling with my own depression. Earlier in the AMA, y'all were or you were discussing how you should take certain dark things in your life and I guess not verbatim, but use it as a winning streak, like it was kind of meant to happen. How do you overcome such serious depression and kind of turn it into a get your positive mind state back once you've traveled into that dark area in your life?
All right, so as difficult as this is, this is how I approach it. When I lose somebody in my life, as sad as it is, as much as I'm not able to, pick up the phone and call that person, I go into this optimistic mindset of like, oh, like I got a plug with God now. Like my loved one is up there with God, so I have an angel now. So like it's like I got a plug. Like we can make miracles happen a lot quicker now. And then my loved one isn't even going to want to see me sad. Like cuz we're all going to die. Like I did like a little research. I saw that like there were 140 billion people that have lived on this earth in the history of this earth. And it's like every single person died, but it's like you don't when you go up into heaven, you're not going to want to see the people you love have their life ruined. You really want to send them miracles and blessings, and you want to see them chase their dreams. And when you have an angel up in heaven, and you're moving towards that dream, I mean, miracles happen every single day. And you know where they come from. And if you got somebody you love, your mom is up there, too, like this can be a blessing. This can be, all sorts of miracles can be sent your way. So you gotta know she's still with you. She's not gone. Like we are not this body. This body is a meat sack of sorts. Like we have the skin that holds meat together. Like that's not who we are. Like we are a spirit. Like the physical body is just a whole bunch of just like skin and muscle. But who we are is a spirit, is a soul, and that spirit and soul is expansive beyond our body. So your mom's still here. Your mom's actually got a plug to God, and she could send you blessings and she could guide you. So if you look at it like that, talk to her, and she'll talk back. But it's like you got to find a way to make her happy. And she doesn't want to see you sad. She's not going to want to see this thing that everybody goes through. Everybody's going to die. But now if she sees that you're sad, she might feel guilty. Like, oh, I made him sad. She wants to see you happy. And she's going to help you in every way possible to make sure you're happy. So look at it as, a gift that she's got access to miracles now to help you.
The other part to that question, uh, what's got me more depressed than anything in that whole situation is I had to actually make the decision to stop all treatments on her and let her go. I had to be the one to make that decision. And, a part of me can't help but feel like a murderer. So the question is, how do I overcome that feeling?
Hey brother, my name's Chris. I'm sure you know that if you've been listening, but I know this question wasn't directed for me, but I recently lost my father last June, and I'm the youngest of his 5 kids, where I was the one that kind of had the responsibility to make that decision as well. So I know I really know what you're going through with this, and I'm sure the doctors broke it down that that was the responsible thing to do. That I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm sure when it came to that point, it was it was really an act of compassion because somebody has to authorize for that person's suffering to end. If they're just being kept alive on machines or whatever it is. Um, and so, for whatever reason, that decision to be made from compassion and love was placed on you. And I'm sure that your mother would, wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And so if you could just look at like reframe that as a act of service, that maybe one day your kid will need to do for you, you can let go of that guilt.
I appreciate it.
All right. So you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Let's pick a winner. So, Chris, should we give away the PS5 or the crypto? What are you thinking? We'll just ask the winner what they want.
Yeah. Let the first winner choose, and then we'll give away the.
All right. So, give us 30 seconds to a minute real quick. Me and Chris are going to have a conversation behind closed doors in the next minute to pick a winner. Y'all hold tight for me real quick, all right? All right, guys, so this is what we're going to do. we're going to, you know what? All right, we're trying to figure out how to pick somebody. It's so hard to pick somebody. All right, so well, we're going. Let's just pick somebody, Chris.
Okay,
Chris, let's pick somebody.
Okay, look. So there's two prizes.
There's two prizes.
There's a PS5,
Yeah,
and we're also doing $500 in Bitcoin.
$500 in Bitcoin.
So why don't we do you? Let's pick somebody for the PS5.
All right.
And then for the crypto, we will do like a randomizer of everyone whose question they got asked.
All right, Chris, pull up one of the questions you asked me real quick, and I'll pick the PS5. Give us 1 second, guys. This is exciting.
Okay, so
Here we go. We're about to pick.
what's the thing that jumpstarts your motivation?
Who is that?
Jimmy Elliott.
Let me see something. Let's see if Jimmy is still on. All right. Nope, he's not on right now. All right. Next one.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy Drew.
Let's see. All right, she's not on either. All right.
Dylan Works.
Let's see if old Dylan's on. Coming in. Oh, nope. Dylan's not on. Haha, this is getting interesting. The people. Alex, let's see if Alex is on. Hey, if you're on right now, you're getting closer. Nope, there's an Alex.
Noah Balance Ruby.
You said Noah? Let's see if Noah is on. Let's see. Nope. Uh-oh. All right, we might have to pick somebody random who's on. What if we picked? All right. Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell them. We gotta certify that.
All right, we got to certify. All right, we got to certify that. Oh, Dylan said he's on. All right, Dylan, you win, Dylan. Dylan won. Congratulations, Dylan. Message Chris.
Congrats,
real quick.
Dylan. Congrats. We're gonna get you a PS5.
We'll get you the PS5, bro. Congratulations. I had fun with you guys on this AMA, and about to sign off now.